What's up guys, TommieBAcademy here, and today we're gonna be doing a product review of the K2 Clicker X's. I'm super hyped for this. So within this video, I'm gonna give you my first impressions as well as, hey look, it's my buddy. In this video, we're gonna be talking about my first impressions as well as who are these for? That's really the big thing I wanna get across to you guys today. Let's go ahead and do some riding, kind of get a vibe for the equipment, and then we're gonna talk and stop and talk and stop. All right, let's go. First things first with this video, I do want to show you how the heck do we get in, how the heck do we get out, and that whole thing. So what we're gonna do right now is turn around. What I like to do personally is I like to face uphill and kick my heel into the snow. What that allows me to do is get a nice base to stand on, but as my weight sits on my board, it's actually digging into the snow and getting a more of a base versus slipping around. So I'm gonna show you that, and I'm gonna show you how to click in. So this is what I do. Pretty sick, right? Now, here's the step in. What you gotta do is you gotta get your toe in there and then your heel there, and you gotta step down. So you'll see right now that on the bottom of my boot, there's a little notch there and some snow here and then that. So there's a bunch of snow on my foot. Let's see how these things do. So I'm gonna try to step in. Ooh. There we go, 3 tries with a whole bunch of snow and stuff in it. 3 tries with a whole bunch of snow and stuff, not bad at all. So with this mechanism, what you gotta do is you gotta push your toe in, get your toe locked in, and then you're gonna slam your heel down, and then it's going to lock the mechanism to hold your heel in so that you're like completely attached to the board. Once you've done that, you're not done. You gotta make sure you lock the lock-in mechanism so you don't unlock while you're like shredding the gnar. Boom. Not too bad, right? Alrighty, I'll talk to you guys up top. So the second thing I want to talk to you guys about is my impression of these things. Now, one thing that I've realized is you really gotta find the trick of the trade. The way you press your toe in, the way you smack your heel in. I've never rode step-ins in my entire life. So it's one of those things where I gotta get used to it. How do I finesse the mechanism to make sure it works right? The second thing is, it's extremely responsive, and I was very surprised without having the ankle strap how responsive this board really feels. As I pressure my shin on the front of my boot, the heel automatically will rise, or the heel edge will rise, so it's very responsive both heel and toe, and I was very surprised about that. It worked. One of the biggest challenges that I'm facing is the boots are a little stiff, and that's just gonna happen whether you have traditional straps or the clicker bindings. They're gonna be, you just gotta get used to them, right? So that's kind of one thing that I'm kind of facing right now, is just trying to figure it out. Other than that, I've been actually very impressed with the overall responsiveness of it. It's pretty crazy. So what we're gonna do now is go rip a little bit more, and then I'm gonna tell you guys who I think this binding is perfect for. One question you guys might have for me is, dude, Tommy, can you do tricks? Can you play around? Can you get a little sendy? And can you trust the setup? And I'm gonna say, surprisingly, yes. I did some backside 360s. I did some like nice little pressy, buttery, little tricky things. And not at any point did I feel like there was any leniency or any lag or any looseness of the setup. Again, back to the responsive part, it was very responsive and I could trust it. So can you trust it for freestyle? With that kind of stuff, yes. I have not personally experienced 80-foot jumps, 60-foot jumps, 50-50, big old rails. So I'm not gonna really speak to that, but your natural jibbing the mountain and playing around, I feel very comfortable on this setup with that kind of stuff. So let's dive into who is this for and who's really gonna benefit from this clicker setup. So really, I think if you are the kind of person who wants to just go cruise, have fun, and keep up with skiers, and you don't want to spend time sitting down, strapping in, then just click in and go. I think that's really sick, really beneficial. In addition, let's say you have a hard time with your range of motion and sitting down is really hard because you have a bad hip or something. Well, with this style, which I showed earlier, you can just stand up and click in and go. You never have to sit down. Also, a beginner snowboarder who cannot stand back up, well, this could be a really good way to get you to go snowboarding without immediately having to spend so much time struggling to strap in, stand up. Strap in, stand up. That could be very challenging and not fun if you're a beginner snowboarder. You want to just go snowboard, right? So with this tactic of being able to go to the top of the chairlift, step in, focus on your turns, get better at snowboarding, and then yes, if you happen to fall down, yes, if you need to sit down and take a break, you're gonna have to stand back up, but you spend more time snowboarding, and for a beginner, that sounds fun. The whole goal is for beginners and people that love snowboarding more, and this can be a very good way to get in the industry and not struggle. And then down the road, maybe you experiment with having traditional bindings versus not. That's gonna be up to you, but this is an amazing way to get in the industry and just focus on snowboarding, not standing up and struggling. I've also heard stories with people who have bad backs. I broke my back, not sick, right? But people who have had bad backs, because you have to bend over, stand back up, bend over, stand back up, that repeated movement may end up limiting your whole day of riding. Maybe you go ride for 2 hours. Well, because you're reducing that whole entire experience or taking it away, you may be able to go snowboard all day. So certain injuries are gonna benefit from this. You get to snowboard more because you're having to bend over less. Let's say you have broken back, busted discs, bad hips, maybe even knees. This could help out a lot. Alrighty guys, so the last thing I want to leave you guys with is if you're gonna try these, make sure you demo them more than 5 minutes. Give yourself an opportunity to get used to the trick of the trade. Find those little secrets that's gonna make this awesome, and then you really know, are they for you? There's a lot of benefits for sure for the right people. And let me know if you guys have ever tried like clickers before. Let me know down in the description below. Let's get this conversation started. And give it a thumbs up if you guys find any value in this. Consider subscribing because I'm gonna do product reviews, a bunch of whole nerdy educational content as well. So on that note guys, nothing but love, we out.